السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله الذي حرم المخدرات التي تخامر العقول وجميع المسكرات. الصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد الذي نهى عن ارتكاب المنكرات ولعن من النساء المذكرات وعلى آله وصحبه الذي ابتعدوا عن المقذرات. أما بعد، فقال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد: فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Respected teachers, honorable judges, and my dear friends, today I am speaking in front of you on the topic the consumption of drugs and how it destroys the life of the youngsters. Dear brothers, drugs, as we all know, are illegal matter which some people smoke, inject, eat or drinks for mental and physical effects that it leaves. In Islam, the use of alcohol and drugs is considered a major sin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran: يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ وَإِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا. They ask you concerning wine and games of chance. Say, in them is great sin and some profit for men, but the sin is greater than the profit. There are several students who consume drugs for free. There are several students who consume drugs for fun or unfair expectations. The people who deal in selling of drugs are actually creating a network and mainly target the students to get involved in this network. Initially, the drugs are sold to the students for free, and gradually when they addicted it, they start buying and consuming it. In fact, the students eventually get involved in this network and start dealing it. It is observed that students start consuming drugs out of stress and out of the unfair expectation of their teachers as well as their parents. Lack of emotional support and disorder in their families make them vulnerable and increase their dependency on drugs. Many of them use these drugs in order to come down to the state of mental agitation. Other than this is poetry which compels the students to get involved in the network of selling drugs and derive their pocket money. Sadly, the students fail to realize that the consumption of drugs has severe impact on the mental and physical health, such as they started experience in mental disorder and their intelligence level decreases. They even suffer deadly diseases and ultimately deaths. There are several reasons why use these drugs. When one completely succumbs to the temptation of drugs, it is very difficult for him and her to recover from its impact until the society comes. Such as in drug rehab centers, they gain a new life, but many cases it involves the high cost. In fact, many cases where even these rehab centers, where rehab centers fails due to the worst condition of the patients. In Islam, the teaching of Islam is highly relevant. Therefore, students must refrain themselves completely from the usage of drugs. The drugs is a complete generation, so think wise and act smart. So I would like to conclude by saying that the drugs should be an absolute no for all. So we are students, the students are country's future. So think wise and act smart. Thank you to each and everyone for your patient listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.